I feel the Spirit moving in me. I feel the Spirit moving in me.
Aloha, welcome to Unity Church of Maui Sunday service. Today we're going to have some fun. We're going to play the Creator Game. And you'll have the opportunity to use your imagination and your spiritual connection to explore areas of your life that you'd like to experience some expansion. We'll start by agreeing to some basic rules, and then I'll lead you through a guided meditation where you can connect with your higher self and determine the direction in which you can take action to become creative and have some new ideas and some new and exciting direction in your life. The Creator Game will help you achieve improvement in your prosperity, in your health, in your relationships, and other pursuits like travel and hobbies. So there are 6 rules that we get to abide by to play the creative game, and 1 affirmation. And the affirmation is, divine creativity flows through me now. Divine creativity flows through me now. The first rule is take responsibility for everything you create. The Creator Game begins when we are willing to take responsibility for our part in everything we create. The first rule in the creative game allows us to be responsible and to be powerful because we are taking that responsibility. So, are you ready to play? The first principle of responsibility is essential in our quest for wholeness, happiness, and fulfillment. Used wisely, it is the key to healing and transformation. Responsibility is the responsibility to choose a response in every moment to all that is going on around us. It's a choice that allows us to claim ownership of our lives, of our circumstances, thereby contributing to making them better. Divine creativity flows through me. Say that with me. Divine creativity flows through me now. The second rule is there is no guilt. We feel no guilt for the things that we have created in the past. We feel no guilt or remorse for the things that we see as past failures. Avoiding guilt allows us to create the life we desire consciously. And we know that we did the best that we could, and that everything in the past was perfect and leads us to this moment, because this is the moment of creation. The past is gone, and we are here right now. Divine creativity flows through me now. Say it together. Divine creativity flows through me now. I love to say it with energy and power, knowing that it's true. The third rule is to avoid the paralysis of analysis. Getting bogged down in endless speculation about why things have not worked is not conducive to spiritual healing. This could be called the paralysis of analysis. Historically, great spiritual teachers have refused to get caught in the entanglement of speculative questions. In the Gospel of John, Jesus is in the story, or is telling he's with his disciples, and they see a blind man who's blind from birth. And the disciples ask Jesus, "Rabbi, who sinned, the man or his parents, that he was born blind?" This is the Bible equivalent of the question, what was in his consciousness that caused his blindness? Jesus responded, "It was not that this man sinned or his parents, but that the works of God might be made manifest in him." And that's from John chapter 9, verses 2 and 3. You know, Jesus refused to engage in some speculation of cause. He went right to the essential truth that we are here to express God, and that the conditions of our lives are exactly what we need to do that. So let's not get caught up in the paralysis of analysis. We too are here to express God, and the conditions of our lives are exactly what we need to do that. You are here to express God, and that which you are creating is a perfect representation of God. Divine creativity flows through me now. The fourth rule is to accept what is. As we just said, we're here to express God, and the conditions of our lives are precisely what we need to do that. Sometimes we can create stories about our lives and why we didn't succeed at something. You know, our minds, maybe you've noticed, like to try and create meaning out of everything. Often the interpretations that we make up are wrong. You might remember the man who was looking at ink blots in his therapist's office, and he's looking at a series of ink blots, and he saw nothing but sexual images. When the psychologist suggests that the man is obsessed with sex, the man responds, "Well, me? You're the one showing me all these dirty pictures." Many times we do the same thing with persons, events, and conditions in our lives. We often experience something and then interpret its meaning as if the meaning were inherent in the experience itself, rather than something that we give to it. You know, maybe we should shift our question from what caused this to what am I to do with the life experience that I have been given. I love that. How can we turn that around so that we look at what can we do to make this different? How can we improve this? You know, sometimes we must stop worrying about what caused the difficulty we had in the past and just let it go. You know, the question is not what to do with the past failures, but what to do in spite of them. The key really is to accept that they happened and accept what is, to learn from them and to let them go. Divine creativity flows through me now. The fifth rule is to let go of all judgment. We must let go of all notions of things being good or bad, right or wrong, or in place of good, or being good or bad. We simply see that some things make life work well and others do not. Some things cause suffering and some things cause satisfaction. Have you noticed? When we play the creator game, we let go of judging what comes up for us as good or bad. When we accept the results of the game and respect the possibility that a higher potential is being revealed to us, then we can be in the moment and accept what is and play the creator game in a powerful way. Divine creativity flows through me now. And the sixth and the last rule is to realize that you are a powerful creator. As a perfect expression of God, you are created to live life to its fullest in each present moment. You are created in the image of the Creator, and as such, you have the God-given gift of creativity within you. You know that, don't you? This power, this understanding gives you the ability to imagine and create new experiences. You are free to create new thoughts, new feelings, new responses to life. And you're able to transcend old ways of thinking to generate new ideas and ways of being. You are gaining insight into yourself so you can acknowledge what you want to create for yourself. From Ephesians chapter 4, verse 23 and 24, the scripture reads, "Be renewed in the spirit of your minds, created according to the likeness of God, in true and righteous and holiness." You are a spiritual artist, using the imagination to create your world. Your thoughts, words, and actions are how you manifest. Divine creativity flows through me now. Let's say that together. Divine creativity flows through me now. Okay, it's time to play the creative game. You know the rules. Are you ready? So let's begin with a prayer. Loving Spirit, we know you are present in us in this moment. We open our hearts and minds to your guidance and your inspiration. We know that what comes to us today is perfect. We listen, we accept, and we act in ways that allow us to experience your fullness. Thank you, loving Spirit, loving Creator. So imagine that in front of you there are 4 cards on a table. They have written on them prosperity on one, health on one, relationships on one, and other on one. In a moment, you'll pick one of the 4 cards to create with today. This creative work is to be done for you, by the way, not for somebody else. So the prosperity card represents abundance. Prosperity can be experienced in many ways, including money, time, wisdom, love, happiness, and many other things. The health card represents health for you. This might include vitality, strength, endurance, and healing. The relationships card represents your relationship or relationships with other people. These might include a relative, a friend, or a significant other, or any other connection. And the other card represents anything that comes to your mind that you'd like to focus on. These might include travel or hobbies or some other desires that are not otherwise mentioned. So imagine that you are picking one of the 4 cards. So pick the card and hold it. And holding it in your hand, we'll join together in a guided meditation. So I invite you to close your eyes. And to take a deep breath, to breathe into this moment. And to allow the card that you picked to inspire you today. To know that for some reason you picked this card because there is something that your higher self desires to express through you, to you with this card. So let's breathe in, breathe out. Resting into this moment, relaxing, being present, letting go of thoughts and concerns. And just allow yourself to breathe, to be here right now. Breathing in, breathing out. I listen for the still small voice. As I create from God-inspired thought experiences of love, joy, and peace. My life is a creative expression of God at work in me. So as you hold your card, does it have an image to relay to you? Do you see something, a picture or number or person, an image on the card? And when you focus on this image, what does it mean to you? Does the image represent something specific? What is it? Is the image telling you something? What is it demonstrating? Do you feel any desire related to the image? Is there a thought or an idea that the image draws you to? Is the image encouraging you to do anything? And is there a first step? And imagine that you have accomplished what it is that this image represents to you. And how does that feel? Imagine that you can turn up the feeling of satisfaction or accomplishment or health or harmony in a relationship, the accomplishment of a goal, whatever it is, and just be in that satisfaction. And turn that flame up a degree, 2 degrees. Letting it build to feel this feeling deepen and expand. And now let's sit for just a few moments in the silence, and during that time I invite you just to be with this feeling and to continue to amplify it and rest in this feeling. Let's do so for a few moments in the silence. Breathing in and breathing out. Holding on to this feeling. And giving thanks for this connection to your higher self. And I invite you in a days to come to continue this exercise and to call upon your higher self to be with you in the full expression of God and Spirit that you are. Breathing in and breathing out. Slowly allow your awareness to return to this moment. And namaste, and thank you for playing the creative game with me today. And I invite you now to prepare your love offerings and your contributions to Unity Church of Maui. And as you prepare them, to consider how this truth is benefiting your life, how it's helping you to connect with the truth and the presence of who you are, so you can be this full expression of light that you are. And thank you for being here today. And why don't we pray together our affirmation of prosperity. We'll say it together. Through a grateful, giving heart, my mind and life overflow with the abundance of God's all-providing, infinite supply. And so it is. And you can send your gifts to Unity Church of Maui, located at 483 South High Street in Wailuku. And you can also go to our website, www.unityonmaui.org, and click on our completely safe donate button there. And we love you and appreciate your gifts that help us continue this work. And I know that as you give to us, you are part of the work that we do. I have just a couple announcements today. Next week's talk is titled, Why Practice Compassion? There's a lot of scientific research into the measurable benefits of compassion. Findings suggest that compassion can improve our health, it can improve our well-being, and it can improve our relationships. Many scientists believe that compassion may even be vital to the survival of our species. Being compassionate makes us feel good. Don't you know that's true? And actually reduces our risk of heart disease. Studies show that being compassionate may also make us more resilient to stress. So by showing compassion, it not only helps the other person, but it helps us as well. So join us next week right here at the same time, and we'll experience how we can be compassionate. Let's see, next week, let's see what else we got going here. Oh, we're starting our Aloha groups on April 29th. It's a Thursday, and we're studying Will Bowen's book, Happy This Year. And this is a great book with practical exercises and things that we can do to actually create more happiness in our life. And we'll be doing this on Zoom, and I think this is our third Aloha group series. It's been a lot of fun and very successful, so I invite you to join us. And you can register by contacting Emily Goss at 808-268-8310 to register for this class. And you will love it. We'll have a great time. Let's see, what else? If you enjoy our talks, you can always go to our YouTube page where you'll find more talks like this and a whole lot of music. And if you join us at 10 o'clock on Sunday morning, well, you'll see this talk and other talks, and actually see the music that, some really great music that I incorporate into the videos that we watch. We are also, great thing, we're planning a soft opening on Sunday, May 2nd, and it'll be our first regular type of service. We're calling it a soft opening because we are going to limit the attendance to 20 people. Much like we did at Easter, it'll be by reservation only, and everyone will be required to wear masks, and I'll announce it. In fact, you can call Emily now and make reservations for that. Her number again is 808-268-8310. And, you know, we've been doing this Unity Shuttle capital campaign for a few months now, and I have to say that this week we got a wonderful donation of $500, which puts us right in the middle. So of the 10,000 that we've targeted, this brings us up to 5,000, and I'm very excited about that. We are looking at returning, and hopefully returning to doing regular Sunday services soon, and it'll be great to have a nice van to shuttle us back and forth from the county building so that everyone can get to our services and have plenty of parking for everyone. So you can donate to that in the same way by going to our website, www.unityonmaui.org, and donating there, or you can also send a gift to the church at 483 South High Street. So I think that is it, all that we have today. Oh, I want to tell you one more thing. I created a Ho'oponopono meditation that's getting a good response. It's very relaxing and healing, and you'll find that on Unity Church of Maui's YouTube page. Check it out. I think you will like it. So with all that being said, and it feels like a lot to be said, thanks again for being here today. I love you. I bless you. I appreciate you. And I behold the Christ in you. And so why don't we end by praying together the prayer for protection, which begins, the light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us, and the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is. Somebody's going to get the phone. Aloha. See you soon. Bye for now.
Where I live, they're all raised